Welcome in. Good
We made
morning, my fellow degenerates. On this wonderful Friday, April 11th, we have a hell of a show in front of us. Masters Rundown Day 2, looking ahead of the weekend. Live bets. Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? UFC 314 has us shaking in our boots. Cannot wait to talk about that main card, the main event of the evening especially. Teams to win today. Friday on the diamond. We continue on the road to 162 to battle like none other. Then six-legger Friday, which is 1-for-1 on the season.
bang.
Nerfies. Nerfy's dead. Nerfy's alive. Nerfy's more dead. Nerfy's in the grave. And then to get the guest calling. Luke, hell of a show ahead.
Welcome to Behold the Phone, presented by BetMGM. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM, use bonus code LOCKS. That's LOCKS right there. And you'll receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet loses. BetMGM has you covered with UFC, Nerfy, boost tokens, no sweat tokens, live betting options. Just download the app, use code LOCKS, and get in on the action. All right, we're going to start with some Masters talk. We got Justin Rose -8. We got Bryson DeChambeau -6. Don't care about anyone else there. And we got Scottie Scheffler -4.
Dude, I'm worried. My future lies in the hands of Ludvig Åberg, the kid out of Sweden. I felt confident about 30 minutes ago. Now I see Bryson starting to do Bryson things. He has that crazy look in his eye. I'm starting to get worried that Bryson might win this green jacket.
I agree. Like, when you see him climb up the leaderboard, I also saw him hit 1 million drives last night, and him hitting drives, they all land in the same spot. It's
like when he's hot, there's no player better in the world than Bryson because he just has a far better advantage with the way he fucking drives the ball. I know you're going to say Scottie Scheffler. However, if Scottie Scheffler's not on his A game, he's not going to be able to run with Bryson.
Mr. Scheffler would have something to say about who.
I know. Trust me.
And I think if I were to get back in right now, which I'm sure we will,
I would get in bed with Bryson.
Give me plus 250 Scheffler all day. I think he's going to shoot 68 every single day. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make bogeys. His mistakes are pars, unlike McIlroy.
We have a live odds graphic, I believe, for the Masters. Here she is. Scottie, you're sitting at Ludvig at 2.
DeChambeau, Rory's dead. I just think, dude, Scottie's too solid. Like, watched every ball he hit yesterday. He doesn't make mistakes, and his mistakes end up with him missing a birdie putt and making par. Didn't make any bogeys. I think he's going to shoot 68 every day and win the tournament.
Sungjae Im, dude, fighting. Sungjae Im.
I like Sungjae Im. One time I won a future on Im to win the Honda Classic plus 4,000 about 5 years ago. It was one of the great days of my life.
Matt McCarthy having a roller coaster of a fucking day. 6 birdies. Alongside a double bogey and a bogey. This guy is going crazy today.
I think this is a little behind because now Bryson's plus 360 after birdie.
Yep, this screenshot was from 30 minutes before the show.
Yeah, so
Bryson has that crazy fucking look in his eye, dude. I'm telling you right now, Bryson just might take home this green jacket. But
I think it's either going to be, Justin Rose, it seems crazy to count him out considering he's 8 under, but
I took him top 10 plus 160. It would have been nice to fucking take him to win the tournament, but I still have hope in Ludvig, dude. Anything's possible.
I had Morikawa, who was in the lead for a second yesterday. Dolan came on and actually gave Justin Rose as one of his top 10s. So we're looking okay. We need Åberg.
Yep. Let's continue on down the line.
Little UFC?
Yep.
Here we go.
The Masters has a wonderful weekend ahead, and we're going to continue to tap in. But right now, we're just crossing the fingers that it's Ludvig, but I'm worried about Bryson. All right,
Volknavski Lopes,
dude. Volknavski, Diego Lopes.
This is a banger.
The fan favorite, Diego Lopes. Kid's electric. Comes out swinging. The crowd is going to be buzzing, and I'm telling you right now, Volknavski is a hammer.
Correct. I feel like this is one of those where everybody likes to get in bed with the sexy guy, Lopes. He likes to knock people out. They're fighting for the vacant featherweight title. This is going to be an unreal fight. It's not going to be like one of those pushing around fights.
And all roads lead to Lopes. guys in the middleweight division who are above 35 in championship fights are 3-30 overall. Then you continue. Volknavski has lost his last 3 of 4 fights. Diego Lopes comes in on the high horse, an absolute electric factory. You're getting him at plus 125 on a silver platter in the main event of the evening. Luke, everyone's going to get in bed with Lopes. Everyone's going to go left. That's when we're going to turn the car. We're going to go right, and we're going to hammer Volkanovski.
I want the baseball fans to know out there, we're going to get to the baseball. We're going to get to parlays. We're going to get to NRFIs.
This is a massive UFC 314. This is where we always make our money. I feel like we make our most money fucking betting UFC.
We hit the 6-legger last week. We need the fans to come back and build it again this week for glory. All right, let's go to the next fight. Chandler versus Paddy the Baddy.
Dude, same story. This is getting me juiced, dude. I'm ready to Paddy the Baddy, Michael Chandler, everyone. You're going to get Paddy at minus 140, minus 150. Bars around the country are going to be filled with Paddy the Baddy money line tickets, just like they were for Adesanya, just like they were in the Sphere for Sean O'Malley. Here we go again. We're going to go down the yellow brick road, and we're going to take Michael Chandler at plus money, a man who's not won a fight, and it feels like a decade.
1,500 days, Chandler's won 1 fight. He's lost 4 of his last 5. He's 38 years old. But, I mean, Paddy the Baddy's never fought anybody like this, right? It feels like, you know what I'm thinking? It feels like, and I know the age is different, but the Pereira fight. Everybody wanted to take Pereira. Everybody got
That's another one. That's another one. We didn't think. Yep. Bars around the country filled of Pereira money line tickets. We went left. Everyone else went right. We end up bringing it home in 5 rounds.
All right,
I love Michael Chandler.
Baseball?
Volkanovski Chandler.
Let's get to baseball.
Nice.
All right, what's the first game? All right, we got the Braves. 3-9 Braves at the 5-7 Rays. Braves lost their first 7, have bounced back a little bit.
All right, here we go, dude. Now it's time to buckle the fucking seatbelts. Braves taking a trip to Tampa Bay, dude. The ball has been flying. Same dimensions. A short porching right, same dimensions as the Bronx. You go down to Florida, it's 80 degrees. I think the bear was poked in the Phillies versus Braves series. They win that series. They enter that series with 1 win. Now they're going to travel down to Tampa Bay, a team where the bats can't get hot, even though it's the sun is out. This team lost yesterday by 9 runs against the Angels. I think the turntables are beginning to turn for Atlanta. And I like the Braves. I cannot believe they're plus money. I guess it's because they're on the road. Last night was a rain delay. It went into extras. Might be a tricky little spot. It does not matter. I'm still waiting for Albies and Azuna and Olsen and Riley to fully turn a corner. I love the Braves here to continue to get back on track.
Yeah, I mean, it seems crazy. The only thing that scares me is the fact that they're underdogs. Rays have lost 6 of 7. Home favorites against the Braves seems a little sketchy. All right, let's go to the next game.
Does seem sketchy.
Red Sox minus 160 at the White Sox. Sky was falling in Fenway Park this week. Lost 3 in a row to the Jays, and then got a miracle win yesterday. Get back to 500. They play 7 of their next 10, these two teams against each other.
Battle of the Sox, dude. You got White Sox, you got Red Sox. Look, the White Sox can't see one go through the hoop right now. I think the Red Sox need to continue to recover from dropping a couple throughout the week. Finally saw one go through the hoop yesterday by a miracle in extra innings. I think there is a ticking time bomb back in the offense. We saw the Red Sox were hot on the road. Then when they came home against the Cardinals series, they were once again hot. And then they found a cold streak. You know, that's the game of runs that we see in baseball. Yeah. I think the Red Sox hit the road. White Sox run support. I'm not getting behind. I can't trust the White Sox. Their ace is Jonathan Cannon. They get smoked yesterday with him on the bump. I think it's going to continue to be a landslide for the White Sox. I think the Red Sox get the job done here today.
We got NRFIs coming up. Gavin has been, I mean, the sky's falling in NRFI world. But
Dude,
we got to get back on the horse.
we're not fucking dead yet. Long road ahead. Last night I went to bed. I was like, we are so fucked. This morning I woke up. I go, fuck everything. We're winning today. We're winning tomorrow. And we're going to continue to keep the train on track.
D Deem says Gavin sounds and looks like he's about to run through a wall. You do. Like, how many coffees have you had?
One, dude. Woke up at 6:15 this morning, juiced, ready to roll.
I forgot to touch on the fact that you're at Coachella and you get to see your hero Benson Boone tonight.
Dude, unbelievable.
Do we got odds on a Benson Boone flip?
We're out in the desert. Yeah, that's minus 3,000. We're out in the desert, dude. The fellas are buzzing. The boys are buzzing. Chat's buzzing. Got a pool at the Airbnb, a little hot tub action, everything in between. A couple ladies, couple bevs. We're gonna have a weekend.
Your energy and knowing that you're gonna be partying the next 3 days really scares me right now because it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean?
Dude, always. I'm a marathon runner.
We're taking the Red Sox over the White Sox next game. Phillies, Cardinals. Your boy Aaron Nola looking for his first win of the year.
That's why I really love the spot here. A demoralizing, emotional road loss, losing the series. Every game was tight against the Braves. It kind of felt like a great spot for the Braves, especially with the Phillies coming off winning a Dodgers series. Now they travel to St. Louis. Aaron Nola taking the mound. You got Pilates, whatever the fuck his name is, for the Cardinals taking the bump. Kyle Schwarber owns this team, owns this park, owns this pitcher. We've seen the Phillies a really good track record in St. Louis. Yep. I think that same trend continues today. I think we see maybe a masterclass from Mr. Aaron Nola. The guy just got paid a fucking bag in the offseason. Let's get the train on track.
Nola 0-2, 8 runs in 11 innings pitched, but against the Cardinals lifetime, 8-3 with a 2.56. So he has
love it. I like the Phillies here, dude. I like the Phillies.
All right, keep it rolling. Rockies, Pods minus 210, best team in baseball.
Very sketchy over-under was the first thing that jumped out of the page at me. The fact that it's sitting at 7.5 for a Rockies-Padres game. Very interesting. Maybe it's because no Tatis. I'm pretty sure tonight. You got good old-fashioned Nick Pivetta on the bump against a Rockies team who put up a bunch of runs yesterday.
My guy, Pivetta.
Yep. So now I'm sure that, we're betting on regression here. What are the chances that the Rockies put up more than 4 runs back-to-back days, especially with no rest day? They're going from Coors straight to Petco Park, no rest, after putting up a big number against a Brewers team. Padres got the rest day, coming home from Sacramento. I think this is a sketchy game. I think Vasquez versus Herman, very interesting pitching matchup. I think you could say this is the Rockies' ace. I know they got Freeland and a couple other guys. They're all dog shit. I think this is the Rockies' best chance at, a pitcher. No Tatis or Merrill. Wow. Fate lies in the hands of Manny Machado. I like the Padres here, but the under is so weird that I might want to take the under.
Yes or no question for you. Can the Pods win the NL West? One word.
No.
One word. No. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a dream parlay piece. End of the night, Padres minus 210 against the Rockies.
What's the worst that could happen?
What could go wrong? All right, keep it rolling. We got NRFIs coming up. We got the Community Parlay coming up. What did we win last week? Last week on that? $1,600?
$100, 1,600.
Bang. It was really no sweat, I feel like.
Yep.
All right,
Cubs, Dodgers. I feel like whenever the Dodgers come home from a road trip,
yep,
it's a great night to back them. You got Mr. Boyd on the bump. You see Justin Steele tomorrow. This is a really easy spot for the Dodgers to get back on track. They had a very sketchy road stand. They lost back-to-back series to 2 NL East teams on the East Coast. Now they come home to sunny LA. Yamamoto on the bump. It's Friday night in LA. The Dodgers are going to get the fucking job done, guaranteed.
Guarantee.
100%.
You got 100%. That Coachella blood pumping through your veins right now, dude.
This is
making guarantees.
This is the same series that we saw in Tokyo and now they're bringing it back to LA. We saw Dodgers win both of those games. The Cubs already saw Yamamoto, which might be a little bit of an advantage. I'm not sure, but the Cubs were just on a homestand. Now this is their first game out of the comfort of their own living room, going out to LA. Dodgers, once again, I'm saying this again, another team looking to get back on track, losing back-to-back series.
All right, let's hear. We got some stuff from the chat. White Sox trash. No way they beat the Sox.
Oh, yeah, Steele's on the IL.
Gannon wants to know if the knees will be out at Coachella.
Knees are going to be out, dude. Knees are out right now.
Are we going shorts every day or what?
Dude, if I'm not wearing shorts, the swamp ass is going to be leaking on the floor.
Nola on the road is no good, but then Gannon loves Nola 6Ks. No Tatis, no Merrill, no Ohtani tonight.
Wow.
No Ohtani.
Don't worry, they'll just sub in Michael Conforto, and then they'll sub in Muncy at DH, and then they'll sub in fucking. The team is endless. You'll see Tommy Edman go deep. It's a joke.
And then OVO says Steele is on the IL.
Yep, Steele is on the IL. He was actually
let's go to the last team to win today.
I did some crunching. I did some of the numbers. Everyone loves to drag their ball sack in this Rangers lineup on Bryce Miller's forehead.
Yep.
So with that being said, the Rangers are going to win tonight with DeGrom on the bump. They've won both games thus far with DeGrom on the bump. They head out to the Pacific Northwest tonight. The same thing is going to happen. Low total. I'm not sure why. I think the books are just putting trust that the Mariners can't really score that many runs nowadays. It's a tough ballpark to manufacture runs. Yep. And that maybe Bryce Miller will come out and shove a little bit at home. I'm not buying it. I feel like, it is kind of a tough spot. Rangers coming from Wrigleyville now to Seattle. However, Bryce Miller, I don't know why I keep saying Elder. He's starting for the fucking Braves today. Miller, everyone in the Rangers lineup loves to rake off this guy. They're all batting like 3, 4, 500.
So we got the chat buzzing now. This guy, Jeffrey Cole, says that Ohtani is going to be out, but everybody else in the chat doesn't seem to believe that's true.
And now he's saying, I know so, put the house on it. What's the worst that could happen there?
Yeah, so I feel like
every time that happens, it's never true. If Ohtani is out, dude, shout out Jeff.
Also, your guy Oberg just made a bogey, so he fell back to -3.
Yep. Thank you for the good news.
That's okay. He's now plus 1,200 live. Bryson plus 350. Scheffler plus 260. You know what's funny is I find myself looking more at the live leaderboard than the actual leaderboard.
Correct.
Because I feel like you can honestly learn more from it. Someone's -6, but they're in the water. Those odds are going to plummet.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go to the next graphic.
Sharp by you.
Here we go.
So here's basically a recap. These could be subject to change, but this was the gut instinct. Look, it's 6-legger fucking Friday. We hit it last week. We'll do it again. We'll do it all summer. MLB teams to win today, Friday, April 11th. Yep. I got a feeling in the plum about the Braves. A little sketchy, though, as them being dogs in Tampa, AAA ballpark. Red Sox to take down the White Sox.
Please.
Can't put any faith in those White Sox, that is for sure. Team number 3, the Philadelphia Phillies, coming off a very close, gritty rock fight series against the Atlanta Braves. Now they travel to St. Louis. Good track record there. Aaron Nola looking to pick up his first win. Padres at Petco Park, coming home from Sacramento. They had a rest day. The Colorado Rockies did not. I think the Padres could get the job done tonight in San Diego. Dodgers coming off back-to-back series losses, a team that everyone would think at this point would be 12-0. They get the rematch against the Tokyo Series Chicago Cubs. I think they get the job done tonight. Friday night, LA, big lights, prime time, Yamamoto. And then last but not least, out in Seattle, the Rangers with Mr. DeGrom to find their third win with him on the bump, going against Bryce Miller, who might have a ball sack dragged across his forehead.
Okay. And there you have it. 6 teams, 6 winners. Now we build the 6-legger with the community. I think we're 1 for 1. Maybe we're 1 for 2, but either way, we've won 1 in a row. We win this one. That's 2 in a row. We win next week. That's a winning streak. So all right, let me read you some stuff from the chat since I got it open.
I'm looking at chat. Mets, Boston, Tigers money line, Yankees money line. Nobody likes the Mets? Question mark.
Why don't you take a breath, dude? Okay, huh?
Right.
You're
Yep.
starting to scare me a little bit.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm juiced about the plays Friday.
I think I see a lot of Phillies and Red Sox, and since those are our two teams, maybe those are the first two legs we put in there. Thoughts?
I like both. I mean, the reasons with Nola looking to finally get a really good start under his belt, a quality win. And then, I mean, I will fade the White Sox any day of the week. And I feel like the Red Sox are kind of due to have a good game.
Agree. All right, we got Tigers, Yanks, Mets, A's, Rangers, Dodgers. We already have Red Sox, Nationals. You like any of those stand out to you?
I mean, I do like the Dodgers.
OVO says Red Sox a lot. All right, Phillies, Red Sox, Dodgers.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
I feel like this is the same as what it was last week.
Hey, don't fix it if it's not broke here. Stay hot.
True. Chad, give us some more. We need 3 more. Is it? Yeah, 6-legger Friday, of course. Do we like the Tigers?
I think
Orioles?
Dude, the Orioles stink.
You hate the Orioles.
I'm out on the O's.
I don't think I've ever seen you take the Orioles, now that I think of it.
I think it's for good reason. They fucking suck.
Pods? But it can't just be the 6 teams we took to win, because that's not going to go 6-0. I feel like we got to dip our toe into something else.
Correct.
No
pods.
No pods.
No pods.
Okay,
I mean, I like Blanco on the bump for the Astros. Angels have been hot though. Angels put up. I think that the Angels, after putting up 11 runs yesterday, now staying on the road might be a good fade spot. It's a game of runs here, Loop. I don't think
the Tigers. People love the Tigers. Reds. A lot of people are saying Orioles, dude. Maybe we take them.
What's the skinny with the Tigers against the
Tigers
in Minnesota? That is,
pick them.
I don't want to get in bed with that game.
Reds, Rangers, Mets. We got to start making some decisions, dude. You shouldn't. I don't like this fear I see in your eye.
I just don't want to get in bed with the Tigers game.
That was 8 buzz. Nationals, Angels, Reds, Braves, Padres, Dodgers, Red Sox, Nationals. That's what the Hastronaut said. All right, I think Padres, Phillies, Red Sox.
I like
Dodgers.
Reds. I like Reds. I like
Reds.
The Reds have rocked Bailey Falter in the past.
D-backs?
I like the Nationals low-key too.
All right, let's take the Nationals. Chat loves them too.
They're hot.
All right. So I got Phillies, Red Sox, Dodgers, Pods, Reds, and Nationals.
5 legs right now?
That's 6.
Repeat?
Phillies, Red Sox, Dodgers, Padres, Reds, Nationals.
I don't know if we're in or out on the Padres.
I'm telling you we're in.
Okay, so no Astros.
No Astros.
Even though the Angels put up 11 runs yesterday in Tampa and now have to
Even if they scored 1 million. We got 6, dude. We're good.
The Astros are going to win.
Okay, well that'll be great. Yankees, D-backs. I like the D-backs. Pods or D-backs?
If you like the Padres, I'm down with the Padres, but they have no Tatis or Merrill Kelly.
That's fine. They don't need them. All right, Phillies, Red Sox, Dodgers, Padres, Reds, Nats.
Let's rotate out the Reds. Fuck the Reds. Let's do D-backs or Astros instead of the Reds. The Reds.
I'm dealing with a maniac, chat. I'm dealing with a literal maniac.
Well, the one kid just said, "Why are you sold on the Reds?" And no, that made sense to me.
Okay, so who is it filling in for them?
Either the D-backs or the Astros.
All right,
so
let's
then
go.
We have 6 good teams.
Maybe that'll.
Could have just saved everything if the Reds lose.
All right, here we go. All right, we're good. We got it. Lock it in. I'm sending it to the chat right now.
Who's replacing the Reds?
The Astros.
Nice.
Your favorite team. See how happy he is? Why do you love the Astros so much? Every week it's Astros, Astros, Astros. All right, let's get to NRFIs.
They always treat me well, dude.
Here we
That's
go.
plus perfect. $100 for 1,000.
$100 for 1,000. I put
Or
the
2,000.
2,000.
$100 for 2,000.
2,000, even better. I was gonna say that's light.
Boys, we're down fucking bad. We're down horrendous. We've been taken behind the barn out back. At this point, we're in the woodshed. Not even in the barn. Nerfies. Yesterday, Yerfies go 5 for 6. We thought we were feeling something. We hit back-to-back days. We were going for 3 straight days, and then we lose. We have a solo dick shot in Wrigleyville 2 days ago from Mr. Seager. Would have only gotten out in one ballpark, that being in Chicago. But we pick ourselves up. We continue to move forward. When everyone counts us out, that's the best time to get back in. Loot, our Nerfy for day 11. We're going to put $1,100 on Rockies, Padres, and it's going to hit. It's going to hit. No Tatis, no Merrill, no Jackson Merrill. Rockies aren't going to score any runs in the first. And then Herman's going to get the job done, get 3 outs against the Padres. Everyone's going to go home happy. Simple 6 outs. It's a sketchy total, so on and so forth. Next one.
Come on.
If I had plums, I would have made this day 11 if I had a real sack on me. But the Tigers and the Twins, 2 teams who always seem to have a great Nerfy on a silver platter for you, but then at any time are ready to just
sweep the rug out.
Yep. Reese Olson went 22-0 in his starts in the 2024 season without allowing a run in the first inning. This year, he's now 0-2 to start. He's allowed a run in the first inning.
So I like that top.
He's coming back down to earth. However, today, he's going to get 3 outs against the Twins. However, you take the Tigers outside of Detroit, you got a better chance of them not scoring in the first. I just hate the thought of Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, Justin Henry Malloy, Kerry Carpenter. It's the bats in that lineup at the top half love to bend Nerfies over. So Tigers, Twins, sketchy, but I do like it. So I'm going to throw it out there. And then the last but not least, it's going to be the public Nerfy of the night. It's minus 165. It's bullshit. Nerfies at this point should be plus money, but it's DeGrom and Miller. I already said that I don't like Miller in this matchup. I could see him allowing a run to the Rangers. But yeah, that's kind of the order I like him in for tonight, Friday night.
A lot of people talking.
If you have a Nerfy that you like, drop it in the chat. What'd you say?
Do you think you'll ever switch to Yerfies now that Nerfies are seemingly dead? Never.
The day I go Yerfies is the day I die, or the day that then all of a sudden we see the simplest of 6 outs that we've ever seen before.
All right. With that being said, let's get to the guest calling. We got let me put the link in the chat. We got Ovio finally.
Yo, what's good?
How we doing,
Ovio,
bro?
how was feeling, dog?
Man, what a shit day in Chicago, huh? Fuck.
Bad day, sad day. How we feeling?
So, good. So I was discussing this yesterday. I do like the Seattle and Texas Nerfy.
Bryce Miller worries me, but if he can get 3, which he probably will at home, I don't hate it.
Yeah, in Seattle, I don't hate it just because the ballpark, it's not a hitter's
Tough.
park. I also do like the Nerfy in Miami and the Nationals. Edward Cabrera's pitching for Miami, and it's Mitch Parker for the Nationals, I believe.
I don't mind it today. I like it tomorrow with Sandy Cheeks. I think it might die.
Sandy's on the mound, yes. Now, there's a lot of parks. There's a lot of games going on. There could be a lot of overs today, but for home run plays, man, Aaron Judge has not hit a home run all this week.
Wow.
I like Aaron Judge to go yard. Back in the Bronx. He's got 2 home runs off Robbie Ray, and I like Matt Olson, and that ball.
So do I. Warm weather, Tampa Bay, sun's out, short porch.
Yeah, short porch. I'm gonna sprinkle on both of those guys to get 2 home runs because they're due for those type of games. They're due for those type of games.
Hang
And
the
money
banner,
line,
Olsen Judge. Olsen Judge.
Olsen Judge. That's all we're looking for today. And then like money line plays, I do like the Phillies after hearing the what you were saying today, and the Braves as dogs has value, and the Red Sox are a lock. The White Sox are complete dog shit. They're an embarrassment to this city. I don't even know why they're here, but I like Red Sox, Phillies, Braves. I know my Cubs are playing the Dodgers, but I mean, man, Matt Boy's on the mound. He's been pitching good, but it only could hold up for so long. So I guess I'll just sit back and enjoy that one.
Love it, dog.
Hell of
Appreciate
a
you
call,
as
dude.
always, OVO. We're going to continue all summer to just
Let's go.
hammer the diamond. Dog days are really approaching.
Hey, and not only that, with your Nerfy challenge, I'm gonna join you on the Nerfy challenge.
Come on.
That's the
Let's
energy we
go.
need. Next
And
20
today
days for the rest of our life.
we're
going to
gonna
fight
go on
you.
a run like Florida did in the NCAA tournament, and we're gonna fuck the books.
Come on, dude. All right. Always a pleasure. Let's see if we have anyone else in here. OVO, have a day, brother.
Could
If
be
not,
just
dude,
all right. Coachella,
Luke.
dude. What are you looking forward to? Who are you looking forward to see?
First time, had the opportunity to come, has never interested me. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out. Let's go
Yeah.
unlock a new part of the map and see what's going on out here. Dip a toe in the water. I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped to see all the different events, all the stages, all the bullshit. Dance a little bit, drink a little bit, have a grand old time, dude. Lady Gaga, Green Day, Post Malone, Travis Scott. I'm pumped. Ed Sheeran, dude. All the concerts are going to be a great time. I haven't gone to a music event like this since like high school back in Philadelphia. Made in America, if anyone out there knows what that is. But yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's gonna be buzzy. It's gonna be buzzy. I'm gonna sweat the Nerfy. I'll probably be sweating a Nerfy in a mosh pit tonight. So stay tuned to that.
All right, I feel like that's it, dude. Hell of a show. Sprint. You're all jacked up.
Luke, just before we leave, I'm just gonna repeat the 6-legger Friday. It is. Here we go.
Come on.
Here we go. This was a wonderful show. Great on timing. We appreciate all you guys on the other side of this screen. $100 to bring home 2,000 6-legger Friday. Hit last week. We're 1 for 1. Time to go 2 for 2. Leg number 1, the Philadelphia Phillies. Aaron Nola looking for his first win on the road after a tough series against the Braves. Phillies get the job done. Leg number 2, the Red Sox against the dog shit White Sox. The Red Sox lineup is a ticking time bomb to put up some runs finally. It's been a slow week. After a great weekend, Red Sox get the job done today against the White Sox. Leg number 3, we're going to roll with the hot Nationals team. Coming off beating the Dodgers in a series, now they roll down to an NL East rivalry matchup against the Marlins. They're going to get the job done down in Miami. James Wood, can you do something for me? Leg number 4, we travel to the late night slate. Give me the Astros going against an Angels team who put up 40 runs yesterday on the road. They stay on the road. Tampa and now Houston. Astros get the job done with Mr. Blanco on the bump. Leg number 5, we just go to California. Take me to California. Legs number 5 and 6 are the Padres money line, Dodgers money line, prime time, Petco Park, Dodger Stadium. Loop, that's 6 legs. Bring home 2K. It's going to hit again because that's what we do on this show. Drop a sub, drop a like, tell a neighbor. This is going to hit.
If this hits again, it's about to become a cultural phenomenon.
Correct. If it hits again, it's a cultural phenomenon. If those 6 teams win on 6-legger Friday again, it's going to be generational. And I know it's going to hit. We know it's going to hit. We cook it here in the chat.
All right, chat. We'll see you Tuesday at noon. Locks. Don't do anything I wouldn't do down there.
That's a really tall task. That would have to be a lot.
Leave the door open.
That's a really big door.
All right.
All right. Thank you, fellas. We will see you Tuesday at noon.